everyone, I'm Larissa from Wingderm marketing team. First of all, I would like to thank all the partners around the world for taking time to join the MesoSkin webinar. Thanks to Dr. Grobler, the founder of ISL, and Mrs. Chantelle, the outstanding trainer of ISL, for the preparation and support. Now, let's welcome Dr. Grobler and Mrs. Chantelle to start the webinar. Welcome.
Okay, let's start again. Welcome to the MesoSkin training with Essel. We are going to go into the MesoSkin device, working alongside Essel cocktails and skin conditions and how to treat them. Okay. So just to give you a little bit of background information on Essel. Essel is a South African brand that targets all skin conditions. It is a medical brand focusing on pigmentation right through to acne. There are 4 brands underneath Essel: Dermaplex, The Estate, DNA Epinew, and Humankind. Essel was formulated by Dr. Ludmilla Grobler, who is a Russian biochemist. So in order to understand the training and the MesoSkin device, we have to understand what mesotherapy is. Mesotherapy is a non-surgical cosmetic treatment whereby actives are administered into the deeper layers of the skin, namely the dermis and the subcutaneous layer. There are different methods of mesotherapy: conventional mesotherapy and virtual mesotherapy. Conventional mesotherapy means anything done with a needle. So that would be fillers, Botox, microneedling, and then we speak about virtual mesotherapy. Virtual mesotherapy means non-needle. Okay, so whereby actives are administered into the deeper layers of the skin with no needles. Sorry, just give me 4 seconds. Okay, right. So virtual mesotherapy, there are different types of virtual mesotherapy, from pressurized injections to heating methods. So there are quite a few. Most of these methods will have they will leave the skin with an injury, an inflammatory response. They generally will have adverse downtime, and they can be painful. Okay, where with electrical poration, it is pain-free, there is no downtime, there are no contraindications, and it uses a current to open the lipid channels of the cell with no trauma. This is the MesoSkin device. Okay, so then we need to understand what electrical poration is. Okay, electrical poration is a non-invasive alternative to traditional mesotherapy. The concept behind it is using an electrical current that will create a temporary lipid bilateral aqueous channels in the skin, letting the cells be more permeable to absorbing the solution, as well as penetrating the cocktail deeper into the skin. Electrical poration was first established at the university, sorry, I'm admitting somebody, at the University of Harvard, where it was used to administer anti-cancer medication and used for genetic testing. Okay. Over the years, it has evolved and is now used widely with the dermatological and aesthetic treatment. The main reason behind it is we are now able to get big molecules deeper into the skin with no trauma and no downtime. So, like I said, electrical poration makes use of electrical pulses, creating gaps in the stratum corneum, where active ingredients can then penetrate into the basal layer and into the dermal layer of the skin. The pulse opens thin channels in the dermis through intercellular space and creates temporary allows the plasmic membranes to be more porous, and it creates temporary channels that actives can penetrate. So this is an image of how the principle works. The MesoSkin principle in itself, there are many different forms of electrical poration. The MesoSkin device works with electrical poration and microchip technology. Okay. Okay, so your microchip transdermal technology, the concept behind this is to use it is a non-needle, but it is almost a nanoneedle concept. So a rough chip. The rough chip is able to penetrate through the stratum corneum. So we know in the skin, the outermost layer, your stratum corneum, is your hard waterproof layer, and it is very hard to absorb actives through this layer. With the transdermal chip, it is able to penetrate through the stratum corneum. This will assist us in two ways. One, we are able to get into the stratum corneum and we have a perfect conduction for the current, and the current is thereby able to work deeper or penetrate deeper. So other devices that work with electrical poration do not have the double penetration. They only work with the current. So the MesoSkin device, in theory, can get our electrical poration can penetrate deeper. Okay, this is just to show you a video of it, how it can penetrate. So with electrical poration, we are now able to administer any water-based actives into the dermal layer of the skin with no trauma and no downtime. This means that we can treat most skin conditions as well as hair restoration or hair treatments. We have found at ESSL that the current is able to penetrate better when combined with an exfoliating treatment. So then we just need to speak about exfoliation in general. There are different forms of exfoliation. There is physical exfoliation and chemical or enzymatic exfoliation. Physical exfoliation is where they will take a rough scrub or a brush or do microdermabrasion or dermaplaning. The problem with your physical exfoliants, they can leave microscopic scratches on the skin, and therefore they are leaving an injury. Chemical exfoliation is a safer option as it doesn't leave the microscopic scratches on the skin. The Estate hyaluronic acid peel is a light self-neutralizing prep peel. The Estate expert peel is an epidermal chemical peel. There are deeper chemical peels or dermal peels. We do not recommend using dermal peels along with the current due to the injury that they inflict. The hyaluronic acid prep peel, it's a 28% fruit acid peel with hyaluronic acid, so you will get hydration with light exfoliation. It is a self-neutralizer. The Estate expert peel is a 20% chemical acid peel. It is an epidermal peel, combination of acids, salicylic, glycolic, lactic, azelaic, and phytic. The reason why the expert peel does so nicely with the MesoSkin device is because you get the benefit of chemicals. So each acid will have its function. Salicylic is good for scarring. Glycolic and lactic are really good for hydration and anti-aging. Azelaic acid is good for pigmentation. So you get the combination of those acids. You get the benefits of the acids as well as the exfoliation and the double benefit of the electrical poration. So you will get an all-rounded treatment without any trauma or downtime. It is very important to remember any chemical peel used with the MesoSkin needs to be one that does not create downtime. So this is just a quick video on the MesoSkin practical, how to set up the machine. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I just need to get Sorry, I see the sound wasn't working, so I'm just going to take it right back to the beginning and then we will start again. Okay.
Practical on the MesoSkin machine, there is a power button at the back that you will turn on and then the main power in the front. It is now a touch screen. When you see the main screen, to connect the cartridge, you will go and press settings and it will take you to the full system. You will choose if you're doing a 5mm or a 10mm and you will press replace so that the machine is ready for you to work with. Then you will take your syringe that you can extract your cocktails that you are wanting to work with. Once you have gotten your cocktail that you want to work with, you will disconnect your needle and you will connect it to the MesoSkin cartridge. At this point, I always make sure that the cartridge is working correctly by just pushing through the product. You can see it pops out at the top, and then you will connect it to the device. So when you see the device, there are two grooves, and if you look at your cartridge, you can see the ridge over here. The ridge fits into the grooves, just like that. And then you will see, you will push the metal in. You will connect your syringe. It's important to note that this area needs to be extended like this. The syringe needs to be directly fit in place. You can then go back to your machine and press forth and adjust your back bit with the button on the side until it is flush. Once this is set up, you will press save, and then the machine will go back to the main screen, and this gives you the directions on what your settings will be. Electrical poration is how strong the current is, 1 to 5, 5 being the strongest. Contact degree is how hard the stamps are, 1 to 5, 5 being the strongest. Dosage is how much serum or actives are being pushed out at one point. 1 to 5, 5 being the strongest. Frequency, how many stamps, 1 to 5. Okay. The dosage and the contact degree will depend purely on the area of sensitivity that you are working on, as well as the viscosity of your cocktail. If the cocktail is very thick, you might need your dosage higher. If the cocktail is very runny, you could lower your dosage. If the area is very small, you could also lower your dosage. Once you are ready to start, you will press the start button. You will see the machine's color changes from pink to blue. This means that the machine is ready to work, and you can see it stamping. If there is no serum left in the machine, or you want to topically penetrate existing serums, you will press cavity. Cavity means that the current is working, but there is no serum getting pushed out. This means that you can topically penetrate anything applied to the skin. Once you stop the machine and your treatment is over, you have to press stop, and then you will go to settings. And to take out your cartridge, you will need to press replace again. Replace, the machine will pop out, and you are now able to take out your cartridge and take out your syringe.
Okay, so then this is a very quick presentation or video on actual how to work with the machine.
Practical demonstration of the MesoSkin machine. I have exfoliated the client with a light chemical peel, and then we will start with the MesoSkin. If you can turn your head to the side. It is important to remember to hold your machine at a 90-degree angle, lightly touching the skin at all times. And work really slowly with the machine moving and jumping for you. You can go over areas as many times as you need to, as there are no needles, so there is no injury to the patient.
Now we are going to go into the skin conditions and how to treat them with the MesoSkin and ESEL. So it's important to understand that there are different skin conditions. One of the biggest questions I get with the MesoSkin device is, what results can the machine give me? What will I expect to see after the treatment? And it's very important that the patients know the MesoSkin device is a delivery mechanism. The actives are penetrated, and the actives are what will give you the results. So for instance, if we have acne, we will use an acne serum, which will improve the acne, and it will be delivered deeper because of the MesoSkin device. So when we speak about hair treatments, it is a huge, huge industry at the moment. There is a very good success rate with growth factors and stem cells combined to get hair restoration. The MesoSkin, just letting somebody in, The MesoSkin device has got a skin chip or a hair chip. And what's very nice about the hair chip is it is designed to not damage any existing hair while still being able to contact the current directly into the dermal layer. The DNA Epinew stem cell elixir, it is used for anti-aging and healing, hair restoration. It's working with plant-based stem cells. The Estate Recovery Serum uses a principle of human growth factors that are plant vaccinated, latest in technology. It is used for hair restoration, healing, anti-inflammatory, and it is a post-trauma serum. Then we go into the condition known as acne or acne vulgaris. I'm sure we are all very, very familiar with acne vulgaris. It is a bacterial infection due to an overproduction. Sorry, more people in the waiting room, just 25 seconds. I'm going to admit all. Okay, so it is a bacterial infection that is due to an overproduction of oil and a blocked pore. So there are many different methods and ideas on how to treat acne. Sorry, there we go. It's important to know, I like this idea of the tree of acne, where we understand that acne is a bacterial infection and the actual bacteria is not genetic. But the environment for acne proliferation or acne formation is genetic. So in other words, my grandfather, my grandmother, my father, and my mother all got a high production of oil when they hit puberty and had a hormone change. Therefore, I am more than likely to have the same effect, creating an ideal environment for bacteria. Okay, so if we look on the right of the screen, you will see the hair follicle. The first square has your skin structure with your perfect hair follicle. The second one, there will be an overproduction of oil. If there is an overproduction of oil, the skin cannot naturally exfoliate, or we call it desquamation. It cannot naturally exfoliate, and therefore will get a blocked pore. So you will get congestion in the form of blackheads, whiteheads, etc., comedones. The third, sorry, more people coming in. Just check. Okay. Then the third slide, you will see what happens is when there is an overproduction of oil, you will get a blocked pore, but you will also get a change in pH on the skin because your acid mantle or your natural pH on your skin is made up by your sebum, which is your oil, and your sweat, creating the perfect pH. So when there is an overproduction in oil, the pH will change. And when the pH changes, it means bacteria can come in. Once the pH has changed, bacteria will come in and it will infect the hair follicle. And on the fourth one, that will be your acne, where you have an inflamed hair follicle. There is inflammation, pain, injury, and there is a possibility of cross-contamination. Your treatment plan with Essel and the MesoSkin machine, a combination of home care as well as professional treatments in chemical peels and MesoSkin can give you absolutely amazing results. The cocktail to use in the MesoSkin machine for active acne would be the Estate Acne Gel. The Estate Acne Gel is a micronized form of benzoyl peroxide. So we all know benzoyl peroxide quite well. It creates ROS production and it's antibacterial. With the MesoSkin machine, we are able to penetrate the micronized benzoyl peroxide into the dermal layer where the hair follicle is infected, and therefore we will get a faster and more effective result combining the acne gel with the MesoSkin machine. Then we speak about hyperpigmentation. Hyperpigmentation, it is important at this point to understand the whole process of melanogenesis. So your hyperpigmentation is an overproduction or an accumulation of the skin's color, which is melanin, in the areas of the skin, resulting in an uneven skin tone. So we understand that melanin is the color of our skin. Melanin is specifically your skin's natural sunblock. It protects the cell from UVA and UVB damage. Okay. Melanocytes are the cells in the basal layer of the epidermis that produce melanin. Your melanocyte is stimulated to produce melanin by an enzyme called tyrosinase. This enzyme is activated by UVA and B, heat, hormones, and injury. Okay. There are different types of pigmentation. I'm sure we are all familiar with them. Melasma is your hormonal pigmentation. It can be influenced by anything from hormonal changes like contraceptive pill, pregnancies, certain medications, especially chemo medications. There can be a phototoxic reaction on the skin that can result in melasma, and then after that it will be hormone maintained. Melasma is one of the most difficult pigmentations to treat because it tends to be dermal, and most brands or most treatment options for pigmentation is topical or epidermal. Then we speak about periorbital melanosis. Periorbital melanosis is pigmentation around the eye area. This is also a very difficult area to treat because of the fact that most brands are not compatible for such a sensitive area like the eye area. The Estate or the Essel range is compatible for periorbital melanosis, as well as the MesoSkin machine. The fact that there is no injury means we can work on even the most sensitive of areas. Freckles and lentigos are a genetic disposition. Photomelanosis, this is pigmentation that is due to exposure to sun. You will generally find it on the areas that are constantly exposed to sun, the face, the neck, the hands. A sunburn where they physically get hurt and red from the sun. And then we speak about post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. This is by far one of our most common problems that we deal with in South Africa. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation is where the skin will pigment due to an injury and inflammation. You will generally find this in your Fitzpatrick 4, 5, and 6. Okay, sorry. With a combination of home care and professional treatments, a combination of your chemical peels and your MesoSkin treatments, we can get fantastic results for pigmentation as well as controlling pigmentation. Your cocktail that you will use inside your MesoSkin machine is the Estate Lumen Enhancer. The Estate Lumen Enhancer works with a complex of plasma-rich growth factors and different ingredients that will help lighten pigmentation. The Estate Lumen Enhancer is very good in the fact that it controls the whole melanogenesis process. So melanogenesis process is the process of producing color. So the Lumen Enhancer controls new production of melanocytes, the cells that make the color, maturation of those melanocytes, the stimulation of melanin being produced, your tyrosinase enzyme, as well as the distribution of melanin and an aggressive detoxing effect as well. Okay. Home care products, the DNA Epi-New Skin Tone Corrector is designed for age spots, aging discoloration, pigmentation, and post-inflammatory pigmentation. It has tyrosinase inhibiting properties. It is an aggressive detoxer, and it's targeting your age spots, which is your lipofuscin pigments. Lipofuscin is the oxidized proteins and fats that accumulate with age. So it is very important with pigmentation that you take into consideration the need to detox the skin. The Dermaplex Anti-Dark Fix and Fade Serum. This particular product has been designed specifically with your Fitzpatrick 4, 5, and 6 in mind. It can be used on the eye area for periorbital melanosis. The idea behind the anti-dark is to control tyrosinase enzyme and to evenly distribute excess melanin without bleaching the skin in any way. It's very important to understand there is no ingredients in the anti-dark that can bleach or harm the skin in any way. Then we speak about retinol cream. So retinol as an ingredient, we all know very well. We know it is anti-aging, it helps for pigmentation, it helps even skin tone, it helps with skin texture. It's an all-rounder. And just to give you a little bit of understanding on how that actually works, retinol penetrates into the skin and it activates cell turnover. So it increases the cell turnover. In your basal layer, you've got your cells that are constantly making new cells, and they push up the cells, and this is our keratinization process. Retinol speeds up that whole process, ensuring that the skin is made and regenerated more often, and new cells are constantly made. So when it comes to skincare, retinol is always recommended for most skin conditions. If we have an acne patient, we give them acne products, we give them retinol, it will enhance it. If they have pigmentation, we give them pigmentation products, we give them retinol, it will enhance it. Vitamin C oil, this is also a home care product. It cannot be used with the MesoSkin machine because it is an oil-based product. It can help to lighten the pigmentation and even skin tone, and once again, detox the skin. Once again, just to reinforce that it is very important with pigmentation that the clients are detoxing their skin. Internal detoxing is fantastic, but they need to also do topical detoxing. Then we speak about dehydration. Dehydration means a lack of water in the skin. This can occur due to many different things. Products that are used that are wrong, that will strip the acid mantle, that protective layer, that waterproof protective layer on your skin. Medication, a broken barrier, a lack of natural hyaluronic acid. With a combination of home care and the MesoSkin treatments, we are able to hydrate the skin and reintroduce water. In order to understand dehydration properly, we need to understand what is hyaluronic acid and the role that it plays in our skin. Hyaluronic acid is a natural sugar. Your body makes it, but your body also eats it by an enzyme called hyaluronase. Hyaluronic acid supplied to the skin will generally stay in the skin between 5 to 7 days before the enzyme has dissolved it. What happens is, as we get older, your stem cell activity in your skin slows down, and your stem cells are in control of all skin functions. And if stem cell activity will slow down, so will the natural production of hyaluronic acid. Okay, so hyaluronic acid is the sponge of our skin. It has the ability to hold 1,000 times its weight in water. This is a very important aspect of hydration to the skin, obviously, because that is how the skin is able to keep the water inside. But not only does it help with hydration, it plays a very big role or a supporting role in collagen and elastin production. In your dermal layer, you have your extracellular matrix. Your extracellular matrix consists of your collagen and elastin network that are woven together. In between these fibers, you will have water and hyaluronic acid. If there is no hyaluronic acid in the skin, there is no ability of the skin to hold the water. Therefore, the existing collagen and elastin will deteriorate, and new production of collagen and elastin will be severely hampered. So hyaluronic acid will play a role in plumping up the skin, keeping its elasticity, and keeping its hydration. There are two types of hyaluronic acid, non-cross-linked and cross-linked. Non-cross-linked hyaluronic acid are your free-flowing molecules, individual molecules. Those are the ones that help with hydration and assist with collagen and elastin production. Cross-linked hyaluronic acid is where the hyaluronic acid molecules are bound together so that they create a bigger molecule and a complicated surface area so that it takes the body longer to dissolve it. You will find your cross-linked hyaluronic acid in your skin boosters and your fillers. They are there to physically plump up the skin and the wrinkle. So the Estate Hyaluronic Flash Filler, this is a non-cross-linked hyaluronic acid serum. It is for professional use in the MesoSkin as well as a retail product. We speak about the DNA Epi-New Hydra Lift Serum. Your Hydra Lift Serum is scientifically designed with your hibiscus seeds to bring water to the skin. So the combination of your flash filler and your Hydra Lift in your Meso cocktail will give the skin the ability to bring water to it and hold water inside it. So therefore, your cocktail, once again, Hydra Lift is also home care as well as professional. Your cocktail of professional use of with the MesoSkin device, flash filler and Hydra Lift will hydrate the skin instantly. Home care will keep their water levels and their hydration levels of their skin good. Anti-aging. So this is also one of the biggest issues that we deal with. And it's very important to understand when it comes to aging, there are certain things that occur in the skin and in the body. The first one is fat migration. You will find areas that were plump and fatty tend to migrate. The fat migrates and the area becomes dull and shallow or sunken in. Bone structure, certain bones in the face will expand while others will break down or be reabsorbed. And you will typically find that on the zygomatic bone. The zygomatic bone tends to deteriorate and the jawbone tends to grow harder. Okay. And then overall, muscles will atrophy. On a cellular level, when we look at skin, the first thing that will occur is your stem cells will slow down, and those are in control of all skin aspects. All skin functions are controlled by stem cells. When those stem cells slow down, new skin is not made. And therefore, collagen and elastin will deteriorate, natural hyaluronic acid will deteriorate, healing will slow down, everything that we associate with aging, detoxing, natural detoxing of the skin will slow down, which will mean pigmentation will form. All of those will come down to stem cell stimulation. Okay, so the Estate Aging Inhibitor. This particular cocktail is a meso cocktail designed for the MesoSkin machine, has got plasma-rich growth factors as well as Botox-like peptide, as well as hyaluronic acid. So we will get hydration to the skin, you will get fine lines and expression lines improved, and you will get stimulation of basic stem cells. Okay. Up to 10 years of skin rejuvenation after 28 days. Then we speak about the reticulated meso filler. I'm sure you remember because we just spoke about it. Cross-linked hyaluronic acid, Under the estate range, the reticulated mesofiller is the cross-linked hyaluronic acid. It is 10 milligrams of monophasic cross-linking. This means that it is a light skin booster. It is a very nice skin hydrator and wrinkle improver. It is designed to physically plump up the wrinkles. You will see an immediate difference with it. Your reticulated mesofiller, when used in the MesoSkin machine, will be done with a cocktail of either the hyaluronic flash filler or the aging inhibitor. So you'll see a combination of home care and MesoSkin treatments. Fine lines and wrinkles will be dramatically improved. Then we speak about facial contouring. What generally will happen is we need to migrate and fix the migration problems that have happened with aging, or we just need to dissolve a little bit of fat, etc. The Estet Reshape Transmuter is a unique cocktail that is designed with plasma-rich growth factors and stem cells, as well as a lipolytic-like effect, as well. Sorry, if you guys can just mute yourselves, unless there's a question. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I've just muted everybody again. All right, so the Estet Reshape Transmuter, it's plasma-rich growth factors, and it's your skin tightening. It's got your peptides that will aggressively help tighten and stimulate collagen and elastin production. Okay, your lipolytic-like effect. So your reshape will be used for puffy eyes, double chins, and loose skin. Once again, there are different methods of skin tightening, but most of them will work with the concept that we understand, which is controlled damage to create healing. We injure the skin to stimulate healing. With the MesoSkin device, we are able to penetrate the actives and we get the same results in skin tightening that we would with your normal traditional controlled damage to create injury principles, with no injury and no trauma. Okay, so overall the benefits of the MesoSkin device: it's deeper penetration of active ingredients, it assists with the absorption and the assimilation of actives into the cell, it treats multiple skin conditions, especially active acne. Once again, there is very, very, very little that you can do with active acne patients where you are able to do mesotherapy without cross-contamination. Because remember, active acne is a bacterial infection. The minute a needle is used, cross-contamination will occur. So with the MesoSkin device, you are able to get those actives into the deeper layers of the skin with no cross-contamination. The MesoSkin device can also be combined with many different aesthetic treatments because of the fact that it is no downtime, pain-free, no injury, and it is just absorbing products deeper into the layers of the skin. You can combine it with almost every aesthetic treatment. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to stop the share now. If there are any questions, you guys can unmute one at a time and then ask your questions. Oh, there's more people coming. Sorry.
Hi, is it going to give you the same collagen stimulation that normal microneedling will do?
Okay, so once again, the principle of collagen induction therapy is designed, it's that whole principle of controlled damage to create healing. Okay. The MesoSkin device is not going to do any controlled damage to create healing. The aim of the MesoSkin is absorption. So the benefits of the machine will be what you put into it. Those will give you your results. So you are not going to get the injury that you would with microneedling, but you will get better absorption of actives.
Okay, but according to my understanding, you can't actually get the skin to absorb collagen. It is only something that you can stimulate.
but you can get the skin to absorb peptides that stimulate natural production of collagen and elastin.
Okay.
Yes, and you
Thank
also can put amino acid, peptide, and obviously you will find fantastic effect on boosting collagen.
Hello, would you recommend this treatment before microneedling? Because the skin then is nicely hydrated and it will respond better to microneedling?
If I was going to combine it with microneedling, I would definitely do the MesoSkin before. You could never ever do it after. However, that will all depend on you and numbing agents if you are administering numbing agents with it, because your MesoSkin machine is going to take about, it's about an hour treatment all in all. So the problem comes in is your numbing agent to prep the skin for microneedling might have worn off already. If you are not numbing, the combination is fine because there's no injury with the MesoSkin.
Thank you. Actually, my question was a week or so before you do the
You could definitely do it
probably
before.
will be better.
Ideally, I would highly recommend it before because you need the actives to start working, etc. So I would definitely recommend it before.
Thank you.
Anybody else with any questions?
Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Good, thanks. I want to ask, with the active acne and the meso, isn't it that it's going to be too harsh for the skin after everything?
No, because remember that this machine, the MesoSkin device, is working with electrical poration. There is no injury, no downtime, no pain. It doesn't hurt the skin in any way, so it cannot be too harsh for active acne.
All right, okay. All right, thank you.
Pleasure. Anybody else?
Chantelle, maybe you also just tell a few words about penetration, how MesoSkin increase penetration effective.
Okay, so the MesoSkin device with the electrical poration not only does it create your biolipid channels, so in other words, it makes the cells open and it makes the membranes more permeable and the actives are able to penetrate deeper. Not only does it do that, but it also assists the actual cell in its active absorbing of the actives into the cell itself. Okay. Is that what you wanted, Luda? Okay, somebody is asking.
Yes, I think it is fantastic because I think you actually cover most important and most innovative part of MesoSkin, which you don't see on other aesthetic, obviously, machine.
Exactly. I got a message question, which was, are there any contraindications to the MesoSkin device? There are no contraindications to the device because there is no injury. Okay. The only thing I would look at is if they are pregnant, they can do it from second trimester or get doctor's consent. Other than that, there is no injury, so there is no contraindications.
Can I quickly ask?
Yeah.
What about people with PCOS, porphyria, and old melanoma? None of those are contraindications?
So any melanoma that you understand, we can't stimulate anything that is cancerous or malignant in any way. So as long as it has been removed and they have gotten doctor's consent, it will be fine. And then
PCOS?
Sorry?
Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS?
No, you won't have any problems with that at all.
And porphyria?
No, like I said, with there being no injury, you shouldn't have any issues with any sort of internal conditions. As long as it's not active cancer, because remember, it is still going to stimulate the cell, we don't want to be doing that.
So we'll also be avoiding herpes simplex.
Well, definitely, because it's quite, I mean, if there's an active herpes simplex sore, you're still touching the machine onto the skin, so you can stimulate new ones, definitely. So I would not do active herpes.
I'm not asking about the active ones, I'm asking if they do, because like with microneedling, obviously you avoid the lip area if they are people who suffer from herpes. So would you also avoid the lip area?
No,
when
if there
you're...
is no active injury or there's no active herpes simplex, you can go over the area. It's perfectly safe.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then I got a question if the machine can be used on the body. It most definitely can for cellulite, yes. Essel has got under our humankind range a really, really good cellulite serum. So you can do it for cellulite as well. There was another question. Oh, if it is safe for pacemakers. The current does not influence the pacemaker in any way. If you guys are concerned, you can ask for doctor's consent. Are there any other questions?
How would you rate that your treatment plan would go? Would you cellular afwissel? So would you go peel, meso, microneedling, or would you just do all of them meso, or how would you alternate the treatments?
So I would alternate the treatments. I would do microneedling on its own, and then obviously wait the amount of time that you need, and then do your light epidermal chemical peel, like the Estate Expert peel, in conjunction with the MesoSkin.
Thank you.
Yes, it can be used on the lip area, no problem at all. Okay, wait, there's more to that message. Okay, so the MesoSkin machine can be done it's safe because there's no injury. It can be done as often as need be. So you literally are looking at weekly treatments if it's indicated. If you are combining with chemical peeling, then you would do every second week. Okay, is there anything else?
Hi, Chantelle, I think maybe you also covered a few words about hair, why we feel and we see such fantastic effect versus other treatments.
Okay, so when you are looking at the hair, with your hair restoration, the ability, you've got your different methods of hair restoration. One of mainly is microneedling or other forms of mesotherapy. Wherever there are needles, there's the ability of injuring the existing hair that is there. Mm-hmm. So with the MesoSkin device, there is no pain. So where your microneedling is painful and it's difficult to numb the area, etc., you only get a minimal absorption. When it comes to hair stimulation, you're getting the hair growth back with actives. So the better absorption, the better your result is. So a combination of stem cells and growth factors gives you an absolutely amazing effect with hair restoration. With the MesoSkin device, it has a specialized hair chip that actually assists on not damaging existing hair while keeping the currents going into the skin, thereby ensuring the absorption of the actives. So we get a double effect. We get best absorption with no injury to the hair. Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to speak about? Luda, Dr. Ludmilla, is there anything else that you think we should cover?
I think maybe we can ask everybody if they're happy or if there is special questions. I see there is I think question if you've done mesotherapy, when we do microneedling next week, if you can just maybe cover it.
Oh, sorry. If I've done mesotherapy treatment for this week. Yes, you can do microneedling the next week. It's perfectly fine. Because of the fact that your MesoSkin device does not injure the skin in any way. There is no downtime, there is no injury. The channels that are made will stay open for up to 20 minutes. So there is no problem with doing microneedling, even if it's in 3 or 4 days, you can still do it. Okay, and then we will have a recording of this presentation that will be sent out on request. Yes.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so if nobody else has any questions, this will be the last little section. If you've got any questions, and then we will go to the closing of the training. Okay, so then I think that everybody, yes, thank you. Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to say thank you to the MesoSkin company for hosting us. Thank you to Dr. Ludmilla Grobler, which is the Russian biochemist that's the CEO of ESOL. And thank you for everybody for joining us. It was really, really awesome, and I hope you found it informative. Okay. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Okay, bye everybody.
Thanks to Dr. Grobler and Mrs. Chantelle's wonderful sharing. We hope that MesoSkin can globally help more people solving skin problems. Wingderm also hope to have more opportunity to establish contracts and a communication with partners from all over the world. Thank you for your time. See you.